Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for the Geekenders podcast. MegaRan, Jesse and Dodger, what up? Let's go. Yo, it's the week.
Hello, everybody. It's time for Cox and Crendor.
This is Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Geekenders. It is
Welcome to Cox and Geekendor in the morning.
Yep, and Geekendor. It's not Dodger this time. It's Crendor and I. And you probably thought to yourself, boy, these guys should do a show.
Yeah.
So we did. And we're here to talk all the things that you want us to talk about. Boy, oh boy.
Boy, howdy, do we got a lot to talk about.
Nothing could go wrong with this show. Only good stuff is here. Yep. How you doing, buddy? How was your week?
Oh, man, how was my week? Well, also, you typed what could possibly go wrong?
That's the joke.
Is that like a...
Yeah, that's the joke.
I didn't know if that was a joke or if that was you actually
I stole it from
that.
The Simpsons, like all good jokes. It's fine.
Ah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Actually, was it The Simpsons? Where it's like where nothing could possibly, or was that? Hold on, or was that The Critic?
I, as an avid Simpson watcher and quote user, I don't remember that one. Unless I'm like
nothing could possibly go wrong. That might have been The Critic when they did their Jurassic Park bit, but I don't remember, to be honest. I stole it from 90s TV.
Oh wait, it's Itchy and Scratchy Land.
Yeah, Itchy and Scratchy Land. That's what it was.
Never mind, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember now.
Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yes.
Well, let's see. We recorded Cox and Crendor this week on a Saturday. So I think I'm all messed up.
Okay.
Now we're like Geekendering on a Thursday.
I love that you just listed dates and times for people. My hope was you would instead say, hey, I went to the Ren Fair, Jesse. It was a ton of fun, is what I hoped you would start with.
Well, I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't go to the Ren Fair?
That's not what I know. I said I didn't start that way. I said I didn't start that way, not that I didn't go to the Ren Fair.
I shouldn't have asked what could go wrong. The answers are flooding to me right now. Everything's flooding in.
Yeah, I did go to the Ren Fair. Knee and tendon issues and all. If anyone doesn't know, a month and a half ago, I think it was past my quarterly Crendor. I literally had meniscus. I think I tore my meniscus. Went to the doctor. He's like, yeah, you did that, but it's not that bad. You just do rehab. Should be good. And then, a month later, I was doing good, doing great. And then I guess from just not moving as much or, walking not well, I tried to dude, I don't know why I did it. I was moving faster. I was moving better. I was like, I'm back to myself. And I just did a big push off to go up the stairs and I strained my Achilles. And so now I've been rehabbing that. And it has good and bad days, but I was like, dude, I got to go to the Ren Fair. And you know what? We went to the Ren Fair. It was holding up. Everything was great. I was moving around.
You can't say I was badly hurt and said, I'm going to the Ren Fair. Anyway, while at the Ren Fair, I got more hurt. This cannot lead there.
Well, I get more hurt. It's just I overdid it. But I knew it was going to happen. I didn't go into this being I knew. Because I'd have good and bad. It would be some days I would do enough, just enough, and it would feel all right. Some days I'd overdo it a little bit, be like, it's a little aggravated. I was like, the Ren Fair is gonna, but I was like, you know what? We'll sit a lot, right? We'll take breaks. We'll watch the mud show. We'll go around. It won't be too bad. What I think really aggravated it was the amount of hills, because you got to go uphill, downhill, bumps, and then I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of that. So everything was fine, and then 4 hours later, I couldn't move my legs. I was just like, oh. Well, I could move them, but it was not a great. Everything was sore. But you know what? The next day, I was better in terms of back to my previous pain levels. So, it's just that's where I'm at now. And now I'm rehabbing that. The knees are fine. Now the knees are all right. It's just like, dude, one thing after the other. It all connects, because then it's like, this probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't have the knee thing, because the knee thing made me put more pressure on the other leg. So then the other leg's taking more pressure, getting more, and then it gets more aggravated. Then it's more prone to injury. It's just like, it's a whole. Getting old sucks.
You saying it probably all connects is the most insane. Like, yeah, dude.
It's not even that insane. That's what it is. It all connects.
Yeah, but the choices you're making are not the choices of a person who understands it all connects. You're like, I feel like I realize it all connected in some way. Like, the leg bone connects to the thigh bone and the hip bone, and like, it's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's listen, I get it. It's just when you're in the moment, when you're living in the injury moments, right? It's like when I had more like stomach pain and stuff, I'd be like, I'm feeling good after like a few days, and then I'd like eat something and be like, oh, and they'd be like, nope. Like, you got to give yourself some time to like ramp back up.
I mean this in the nicest way. Please don't do drugs. You definitely, like, every time I read an article about drug overdoses, it's always because the person thought they could take as much drugs as they used to take when they were really into drugs, and they stopped for a while and then jumped back on the horse a lot. Like, that is you. You are that personality where we would lose you immediately. You'd be like, I could do this. It's fine. And then I'd be like, I have to come on this podcast and be like, Crendor, unfortunately, passed away sticking too many tablets up his butt. He became a big butt drug man, and I just rip. It's sad.
But here's the thing that wouldn't happen, because I always take the minimal amount of anything that I have to take.
Right. So you don't take a few butt tablets. Right.
Like, whenever I see people take edibles and stuff, I literally take 1 to 2 milligrams of an edible. That's like all I take. I don't take more than that. Sometimes if I'm crazy, I'll take like 3. All right. Because then there's gonna be somebody like,
for the record, for anyone out there,
that's like baby dose. All right, that's not the point. That's my point is that I'm backing up what I'm saying. All right.
Yes. Oh no, I'm aware. I'm aware of who you are. And it's, though, I'll never forget the one time we were in San Antonio for PAX, and we went to that weird bar that you had to do like a dance to get into. Do you remember that place?
I do. Yep.
Well, we went to this bar. It was funny because they had a country band, but the country band guy forgot someone forgot like a fiddle or something. So instead they just played the blues, which was hilarious because I was like, oh,
yeah, I remember
okay,
that.
They're pretty much the same minus a fiddle. But at that night, you got one drink. One drink. I've never seen you so drunk. You were like...
That's because we didn't eat anything and we've been walking around all day. So it's literally like empty stomach. I'm like, my body's depleted of energy. And then I drink like some margarita with like, they put like 2 shots in there or something. Because I was feeling it at that point. I just wanted to eat something. All right. It wasn't like I just randomly had the one drink. Like, oh, like the context. You're missing the context.
No, the context is you're not that guy. I get it. I'm not. This isn't a shame
That's
session.
That's not the context. The moral of the story is I'm not that guy. The context is the context of the situation.
I'm pretty sure it's the context. I'm pretty sure it's the context.
Also, somebody said Crendor stops taking antibiotics before they're finished. No, I don't, because I listen to my doctors and medical teams.
Almost too much. Almost the point where the fact that this man said I listen to my doctors and my medical teams. That's a problem.
Well, my medical team is just Dr. John.
My medical teams.
Yeah.
Good God. Are you okay? Are you fine?
Dude, honestly, I wish I had a medical team. I wish I had like the medical team some people have, and like athletes or celebrities or rich people. That'd be great. We have somebody show up every day. Even like some streamers, dude. Some streamers, they got more than enough money. They can be like, here's my personal trainer, here's my like personal therapist. They could just like, I'm like, dude, I need to get to that point. You just start getting, I know plenty of even people we know, like very easily.
Can I tell you, can I tell you something? They would tell you what everyone else has probably told you. Maybe you shouldn't have gone to the Ren Fair.
Yeah, but I had to go. I had this was like a this was a yearly occurrence. I had to go, and you know what? It was still worth it. The thing was like it was just one day of like over aggravating it. Like it's back down to normal. You just got to keep resting it and rehabbing it. If I would have like made it worse, then I'd been like, oh geez, I didn't like snap my Achilles in half going to the Ren Fair and be like, oh.
You know it's all summer long, right?
It's like 2 months.
Yeah, so you could have gone, you could have waited and then gone.
Who knows what'll be broken by then?
I see you have a positive outlook on things. Gotcha.
And the main thing is then maybe I do go in a month and a half from now. Maybe I'm feeling better. And then I can do all the things that I couldn't do previously because I had to like sit down and see, now I can like move around a bit better and do more of that stuff. So you split it up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Listen, all right. I'm going to shift it back to you. I saw you're making a you
How
tweeted
dare you?
that you're making a YouTube channel about reacting
Yes.
to the youth.
Yes.
All right. So I was telling people that I'm going to make a channel reacting to you react to the youth.
I love
And
that
I'm going to call it I don't know what because yours is too old for this. So I was either going to call it almost too old for this because I'm like not quite as old, but like I'm like I still get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know
that'd
that
be
you
fun.
do. The stuff that they have me watching is things that I don't understand, but then kind of do. The longer I watch, the more I'm like, okay, I know what this is. I don't like this, but I know what this is. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but I think I'm still younger enough that I would still get it more than you would.
I can't wait for you to get the Rizzler more than me. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. No, I think I could. I mean, it depends on the situation. Obviously, the Rizzler's like a worldwide sensation. So like
true.
that's just
honestly the best part of the Rizzler video is we got a video of the Rizzard. The Rizzard?
The Rizzard casts his spell. D30
Fireball.
plus Riz.
Fireball. Yeah, the Rizzard.
The Rizzard.
We got a video of the Rizzler over on Complex, that like YouTube channel that mostly just does like shoe things. And
Right.
I realized that I like shoes a lot, but more importantly, the Rizzler's 9 years old, and they keep asking him questions. They're like, so who was your favorite, Larry Bird or Charles Barkley? And he's like, I'm like, kid's 9. How does he know either of them?
There's no way he does.
So they're like, whose shoe do you think this is? The kid's 9 years old. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Here's the thing, what's gonna happen to that kid?
Hopefully,
Right.
based on what I saw, hopefully he just continues to be a kid. Because in my mind, watching that
He won't.
content, I thought, you're right, the internet will turn him into a monster. But right now, in the content that he has, he's 7, 8, and 9. And he is still a kid. Like, the content feels very, like, some of the recent stuff where they try to make him an international celebrity, I think that seems very much like the internet trying to make something happen. But most of the content he has, there's one video I watched where it's him dressed up like Black Panther, and his dad, someone is trying to get him to go up into the attic, and he starts to climb it like a panther, and then he looks back and goes, Mom says I'm not allowed to go up there. And I was like, that's really cute. That's super wholesome. And the guy's like, Black Panther doesn't have a mom. And I was like, yes, he does. She might be more popular than Black Panther. What are you talking about? Anyway, it's stuff like that where I was like, actually, it's kind of sweet. It reminds me of early internet. And so doing this show, I'm actually impressed that a lot of what I think is absolute hot trash, upon watching it, I'm like, oh, I get this. I understand what this is. It's not nearly as bad as I thought. However, if you keep watching from like the first thing they do to the end, you're like, YouTube. It's reared its ugly head once again. I see where this is going. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I would still argue that it's all the same. It's just in different formats. Like now it's just all propelled by short form content.
Sure.
Well, back then it was more long form, more like skits. There's a lot more skits back then. I think like Smosh and people. But even then, it's just the brain rot part is the short form because you're just constantly like swipe. Like back then, you would have to sit down at your like computer or laptop and just like activate the internet and be like, that's how you dialed in, and you just sit there and like watch your stuff. Now it's just constantly fed to you on your phone, and
it's weird because I get it's. As a viewer of the content, like on TikTok, for example, we have been doing YouTube for years and streaming for years. And so we're on the creator side of that. And because I don't do anything for TikTok, I literally have an amazing editor who does all that on her own. Bless her, sweetheart. I don't do any of that. And so when I go there to watch, or I'm sent a thing to watch. And so I view it as a viewer. And so for the first time ever, I've been hit with that kind of, when people start doing the same thing, it hits me in a way that I'm like, ugh, everyone's doing the same thing. And I haven't had that on this, like we're doing. It's because I'm viewing it now. So a great example is Superman just came out on Friday, saw it, loved it, tons of fun. But there's a speech in the movie. And the amount of people on TikTok I see literally just mouthing their mouth or sitting there looking at the camera to the speech in the background. They're like, this is me, dude. This is me. It's too high. It's like, I must have seen 100 of them. And I keep scrolling through I know I don't need to see you do it. And it keeps feeding it to me. And I'm like, I don't need to see.
You're watching it?
No, I'm going, no. And finally I hit, I'm not interested in this. Despite me being interested in the concept of Superman and the movie that I liked, the actual thing that's happening is crazy to me. And I don't understand why it's like, yo, hey, yeah, do this. Yep, I don't get it. Oh, that and the grr, whatever that stupid thing.
What?
It's like, there's a meme, it's like, grr.
We're on different algorithms, man. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get any of this.
I don't get any of it. I don't get it, but I keep getting fed it. I think because I don't do a lot of TikTok watching, so it gives me what the general public is getting. It's kind of like if you logged into YouTube but you didn't have an account, it would give you whatever the front page gave you. So I'm getting a lot of that, and it's just like a constant stream of memes. But it isn't
just normie shit.
Yeah, but it isn't creative. It's people just. It would be like if you and I did a series of TikToks where we just had audio playing in the background and we just mouthed along to it.
Exactly, it's normie shit. This is the type of things that normal people do, where they're they'll do that, they sing along the normal songs.
It doesn't seem very normal.
It is because everybody
posted online.
The whole point of the normal part isn't that it doesn't see. It's because everybody's doing it, making it normal. Because if everybody's doing it, that makes it the norm, which is the whole point of normal.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just don't think I've never thought it's normal. What we're doing, I don't see as normal. This is
it's not. We're extremely not normal.
Yeah. So when I see people post videos of them doing a scene from a movie, but with the clip of the movie in the background, and then posting it online, in my mind, I'm like, that's the least normal thing I've ever seen. That
exactly
screams strange to me. But based on what you're saying, it is normal to do that.
Yes, because then you look at the viewership and the likes. It's 8 billion likes. Everybody loves it because it's normal. And then you're like, who likes this? The general public. So that's why it's normal, because everybody likes it. So then that's why it's the same with songs. Dude, I swear to God, the amount of times I'll hear somebody make a song, because I'll listen to my trance music and EDM, the Armin van Buuren podcast, all right? And I'll be like, dude, this is such a good song. And it'll be nobody liked it. I'm like, what? And then they'll be like, here's the #1 song of the week. And it's just the most generic, some guy singing upbeat generic EDM, and we'll feel all right. And I'm like, I can't. I'm just dude, what? Do I just not get it? I think I just don't get it. I don't know.
You may now officially be old. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome
I've been
to
old
not
for-
getting it.
I've been old for 16 years, maybe longer. It's just now that I actually am old because my body's falling apart. Now I can be like, you know what? Maybe I am getting old. Maybe my body's caught up with my brain.
There is, I try desperately not to be the meme of people when they like get old, air quotes, only listen to the music they listened to when they were a teen. You know what I mean? And they can't grow out of that. So I'm really open to new music and I love listening to new music. And I always turn on like Hot 100 or whatever. Try to listen to what's popular. And I'm fine with it. But when I listen to that, I am later told that it's not actually popular and it's trash. And the real popular music I will never find out about because that's the good stuff. And I'm like, please don't gatekeep me out of this. I want to know what's cool. And they're like, no, you can't, old man. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but like even that's all just like subjective.
Sure.
Right? Like even
absolutely.
they're it's like they could be like in some crazy hipster music that's like you just won't get it. It's like that type of category. But still, like the most normal people are listening to the mainstream Hot 100. But then there's gonna be people like I don't listen to the Hot 100 because then they're trying to be the outliers. They're not like actively just doing whatever they're doing. It just so happens they're an outlier. They're like fighting against the norm to be like I am random. I am not normal. Right?
Yeah.
And then that fits them into their own category of the not normal normals.
Yeah. Man, you just made me think about the fact that on TikTok now there's like a weird fight trend happening between millennials and Gen Z that I'm like, y'all, we need to cut this out. This is stupid. Where apparently millennials are making videos about the Gen Z stare.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And then Gen Z is making videos about how millennials don't understand. It's very interesting to watch, but at the end of the day, I'm just like,
well, they have the millennial pause. They make fun of millennials for the millennial pause, which is when you start a video and then you wait a second, go, hey, but you wait the second so that you make sure everything you say is getting recorded. Like that's the whole point of the pause. Plus, like technology used to be slower. They might just be like, blah, 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 and then you miss like the start of their thing. And then you're like, well, why didn't you just wait half a second? Maybe that speaks more to the generation.
Honestly, I've always thought of the millennial pause as the I never learned to edit pause. Because I'm always like, yeah, you pause the beginning of the video because you don't immediately, you want that space you can cut. When you put it into your editing software, you can cut and make it better. But I think you and I know plenty of people over the course of however long we've done this on YouTube who would make vlogs and you would watch them press their camera and then go, hi, everyone. And you're like, why did you not cut that out? What are you doing? It drives me crazy. I'm like, what? Do you just not have the ability? That's fine if you don't want to, but it drives. And I think that's what that is. But the millennial stare, I feel like it's a broad generalization. Or Gen Z stare. I know so many people in Gen Z, just because of where we work, that absolutely don't do that. That like...
Yeah. Are you telling me that most broad generalizations about groups of people are vastly overestimated?
You might be shocked. Yeah, you might be.
That's absolutely insane. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you might be shocked. Yeah, I think
Are you
it's
telling me that it's because people don't accept the fact that there's so much variability and difference in so many people in society that instead of just going like, classic men, classic women, classic Gen Z, classic millennial, classic political party, it's just like, maybe it's just, there's a lot more gray area and it's uncomfortable to think about that. And it's easier to just I can't even say it. Compartmentalize. Is that it? Compartmentalize?
Good enough, yeah.
It's good enough for me. It's easier to just do that and then move on with your life and be like, yeah, they're one of those. That's it.
Also, I think it's algorithm stuff. People trying to jump on algorithm trains and like make the it video of the moment. And so...
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I think it adds to it. It certainly doesn't subtract. That's for sure. People just keep making videos. And so I'm like, not interested in this either.
Yeah. It's like when people used to make reply videos, remember? They'd attach their videos to yours, be like, here's my reply. They would just do that to literally everybody.
Yeah, it's like if someone made a reation to a reaction. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Yeah. That'd be absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, I would hate
Yes,
that.
me.
You're bringing out the big words today. You can compartmentalize abysmal.
I already messed you up too. That's dude. That's why. Listen, I've been reading more, so it increases my vocabulary, as you might know.
I've heard that. I've heard that about you. Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, I've only been reading like Game of Thrones, so I just.
Well, now you know like 100 different ways to talk about boobs, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, I think I mentioned this on Cox and Crendor. The amount of times that George R. R. Martin says milky white is like, it's like once per chapter. I'm like, dude, is he gonna not, like, there's numerous other times he could have said, like,
it's like every Daenerys scene, every single one. He's like, let me talk about these milky white boobs. You're like, okay, George, let's do this.
Yeah, I did. But it was like, whatever. It's just like whenever you use a word that much or description that much, it kind of takes you out of it a bit because you're just like, again, another milky white. All right.
I really want to go back through those books and see if he learned to use other ways to describe things. Because
I'm sure he does going into the other books, but I don't. Maybe he doesn't. I haven't gotten into the other ones yet.
Yeah. And for the record, Crendor is still on the original book, the very first Game of Thrones book.
Yeah, I'm on page like 700 out of 800 now, so I'm almost done.
We're
almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm working it. It is not. I was mentioning this. It's like my whole thing is I've been writing my book, right? So, listen, I'll send you a free copy for a review.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In fact, over on patreon.com/Crendor for $5, I have a brief sample of it. You can check it out. I'm at 6,000 words now and counting. This is the furthest I've made it in the writing process. But I've been reading because who would have guessed that reading more helps your writing? It's mind-blowing.
I can't wait till I read your 10,000 word book and every other word is milky white.
It's just a book called Milky White. And it's just the entire thing is just things described in milky white. I don't even know where was I going with this?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to get there. I was in the car with you and you were taking me someplace and then you just stopped and looked at me and said, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's happening here.
Let's see. I was writing my book, learning, writing. It's mainly like learning about prose and stuff like that because they always tell you like show don't tell, but then you realize that it's okay to tell, right? It depends on the pace of your story. Because I learned that showing and telling is kind of like a push and a pull a bit depending on the pace and what you want to do. Because like you're not gonna show people something that doesn't matter. If you're like writing a scene where a guy is gonna drive to the store and he's gonna buy a robot that he's going to use to take over the world. You don't need to describe his car for 10 minutes because the car is unimportant. It's just his vessel to get to the robot. You don't have to be like, he got into his 1962 rusted blue Chevy Camaro that he got from his dad back in the 60s. That like, it's like, okay, is this going to be relevant at all? And it's like, nope, but I showed you. Right? So it's like, so you just have to like determine what's worth showing and what's worth telling is kind of what I've learned, which I think that seems more like a skill you have to acquire from just writing in general. That and like I've learned that the most important part of writing is just the revising, which makes a lot of sense because most people, you write to get your primary idea down and then you go back and you revise everything like numerous times.
I really, really, really want to read, man, if I can find it, the first chapter of what the hell is that damn book called? 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Has my favorite version. I've only ever read the first chapter. I did it on stream once, but frankly, it was worth the entire thing. In the first chapter, in like paragraph 3, I'm trying to find it. Literally, she describes her car, and it's like it's like a Mercedes-Benz or something, and she talks about this like awesome car. And I was like, if there's ever a moment for me to realize that if I ever wrote a book, I would put in exactly what car I wanted and talk about it like it was the best car that ever was. And hopefully they'd send me one. That's what I want. And I read that and was like, I think she's just trying to get a car.
Yeah,
that's
she
what
might
I would
just
do.
be trying to get a car.
Yeah.
There's also, here's the thing. There's also a lot of, especially now on the internet, there's a lot of YouTube writer, editor people you can watch to get tips from. But there's like so many of them. And some of them, I like read some of their books they wrote, and I didn't even think they were that great. Like I'm not to like be like they suck, whatever, because like they're still writing books and like doing stuff and progressing. But it's like sometimes you think like, oh man, they know a lot about editing and writing. This is gonna be like insane and like so good, and then you read and you're like, that was okay. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Well, I imagine it's the same
sense.
thing as the dude who's like, I read all these books. If you read as many books as me, you can get a Lambo. Click on my course. I imagine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's roughly the same.
Well, I think it's also some people are just better at like editing and critiquing. Like I guess somebody that's good at tasting food isn't necessarily an amazing chef. They're just really good at tasting food. Right?
Man, speaking of, we talk about frequently, I've been watching through all of Hell's Kitchen.
Right.
But from season 21 down in reverse. Not like episodes in reverse, but just seasons
Okay.
in reverse. And I'm finally on season 2. The difference between season 2 and everything I've seen so far, the chefs are truly terrible. Like, I think they were like, we need to have some standards. We need to bring on chefs that actually know what they're doing. But also, Gordon as a person has changed, and watching him change in reverse is hilarious because he is somehow both meaner yet nicer the further you go back. Like, he'll be really nice and then he'll say like a really mean statement out of nowhere.
Right.
Instead of just being mean all the time but kind of goofy, he's like a nice guy and then he'll just say something brutal. And you're like, whoa, Gordon, that was mean as hell. But he'll also
That's
say
kind of how
things.
he was with the old Kitchen Nightmares. He used to be kinda
Yeah,
like that.
it's a different vibe entirely. But one of the things that's interesting is he'll say things, and from season to season, his critiques of stuff will change. So in season 3, there's a whole challenge where he's like, in order to become a good chef, you must also be a good teacher. And then in season 5, he says, those who teach cooking cannot cook. I'm like, wait, what? What happened in that time, Gordon? You completely changed your entire view on the thing.
Had some experiences.
Yeah, I guess so. But the thing is, when he said that, he said it to a woman who was a teaching like instructor for cooking, and he was making fun of the fact she couldn't cook her food. And
I see.
My hope is that he was doing that to push her rather than he mentally just said,
Yeah.
that thing I did a whole episode about teaching cooking actually was BS. It's like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's weird to see the show in the beginning because it had no money attached to it. Like, in Hell's Kitchen,
yeah.
you think when the person loses, they walk past Gordon and then they walk down the flaming hallway out the front doors. In the first seasons, they take their jacket off, turn around, walk back through the kitchen down a long nondescript hallway that's white. to I don't even know. It's like they actually got fired. It looks crazy. It's super different. It is a very weird experience to watch that show in reverse because it is you can see when money got involved.
Oh yeah. You can always see when money gets involved.
Yeah. Also, JP, the Maitre D's accent changes. Like in the beginning, it's really heavy, and by the end, he's like, "Hello there, I'm American JP." It's crazy. I love it. I'm enjoying. I've been watching it so long and nothing else on TV that they released a season 22. I think like another season came out. I was like, oh boy, I only watch like one episode a day, so it's taken me a while to get through this.
Right.
And yeah,
It's kind of like it's kind of what we do with anime when we watch it. It's like 1, maybe 2 episodes a day. So it just takes you a while. That's why it took us like a year and a half to get through Sailor Moon.
Was it worth it? Did you enjoy Sailor Moon?
Yeah, it was worth it. It was fun for just the 90s vibes as well. A lot of times I just like the vibes and stuff and the aesthetic. The other, because this is probably the most anime I think I've ever watched. Come to think of it. But I think anime's gotten better.
You say that. I'd like to switch topics really quick.
Okay.
What have you been playing this week?
Well, wait, switching topics. Why gotta mention my anime?
Because it's connected. What have you been playing this week? There was a nice. I tossed you a softball.
Okay.
And you were like, "What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say?"
Okay, I've picked up what you're putting down.
I literally threw you a softball. Like, here you go, knock it out the park, pal. And you went, "What do you mean by that?"
That's ball one. I've been playing horse racing girls, Uma Musume Pretty Derby, of course.
Great, you nailed it, dude. So good. Yeah.
Yep.
And you can keep going.
Well, yes. Well, now I can pivot into the anime, of course, because I've been playing quite a bit. I've got 63 hours in it. All right, and the chat and everybody was like, "You should watch the anime. Watch the anime." So me and Toast Roman watched an episode of the anime, and it was far too much of an anime for at least me. It was.
What do you mean?
Just like how some anime doesn't feel much like actual anime, if that makes sense, where it's just like, for example, I like Dungeon Meshi is really good. I love that. I really liked Free Ren. That was really good. Like it feels like they're like not your typical animes. But then there's like anime, which, you know, again, it's not for me. I get many people like, you know, Gmart love anime. I think Mathis, Dodger, we know many people. Okay, I'm just saying me personally. So anyway, we watched this anime about the horse girls, and I swear to God, in the first like 2 minutes, there's a man that is meant to be the trainer that is literally like shows up behind this horse girl and is like feeling her thighs up, and he's like going up her skirt, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a good horse right there." I was like, dude, what the hell is happening?
So what you mean by anime is there is some anime that you could watch with the family and some that they'd have questions about, is what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I would say some anime feels more like an actual TV show, and some anime feels more like my power levels are exceeding the things. Like, hold on, I need to feel up the woman over there for my power levels to increase. And then it's just like, whoa, welcome back to episode 9000. Like that type of thing.
I absolutely understand the goof, which is in that world, they are horses. And so they are treated like horses. But on screen is a teenage girl getting felt up by a random dude. Oh, yes. No, I understand. It is very weird.
It's the same as the, like, she's not 12, she's 5,000 years old. It's like, okay. It's the same concept.
Yeah. You're like, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
But with that said, hilariously, the Food Wars anime, I was fine with. Even though it was literally every time they ate food, their clothes would blow off. I'd be like,
oh, yeah,
but I get that. I understand that. I've had some food where my clothes have blown off too.
Like, it's like having fun with it. It's kind of like making fun of itself in a way.
Yes.
Which I think is the funny part about it. You know? But like then, because it's like whenever I tried to watch anything where people be like, you gotta watch like Hunter x Hunter, or like you gotta watch these, I just like, I can't do it. Even like One Piece, anything, it's just, I can't. I don't know. Maybe that's the specific type of anime. Because what is that? Is that shonen?
Well, it's weird because I think it has to be style. Because I never got into, like, I think it's very well known that I don't know if it's a real thing. I don't know how you would define it, but I'm into like hope core. I love a good friendship wins in the end. The good guy is just a really nice dude kind of stories. I love those things. I've always been a fan of them. I don't know why. So in theory, I should love One Piece, which is the whole point. I did not manage to get through like any episodes. I was like, it's not for me. But I think it's just because of the animation style. I don't know. But then someone said, go watch the One Piece TV show that Netflix did. And I was like, I don't trust Netflix to do a damn thing well. But okay. Watched it. Loved it. Loved the entire thing. And it was like, oh my God, it's exactly what I want from a thing. And I think sometimes anime is delivered in ways that I simply, as a viewer, I'm like, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. Like that's kind of how I feel. Sometimes that's the anime feel to me. When it's got that, like, there's plenty of shows I don't get that for. Like I said, the free run or like the Dungeon Meshi really good. I like Apothecary Diaries really good. Summertime Rendering, that was another really good one.
Shout out to anime titles. Summertime Rendering is really good. I like the ones that are just
honestly, you would probably really like Summertime Rendering.
I died, but woke up as a vending machine, and my sister's in love with me. Like, those are the anime titles are crazy.
Oh yeah, some of those titles are like actually insane. They're just like, I'm a 10,000-year-old Sith Lord that died and woke up in my washing machine, and it's like, what the hell?
Oh, the best part is like the American versions of it. It's called like Introspection.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the subtitle is I was a 10,000-year warlord and I died and came back. And you're like, okay. All right, sure. Yeah, I realized the other day on stream that the only anime I've ever watched, you can absolutely tell when I dated someone who was into anime. The anime that I've watched, the other day I was like, yeah, I've seen Cowboy Bebop and Evangelion, and I saw like Fooly Cooly, and I saw these, and people were like, okay, so you definitely dated a girl in the early 2000s that was into anime. And I was like, yeah, and then I watched Food Wars, and I watched Yuri on Ice, and I watched the one where the girls bash their butts together. And they're like, all right, so you definitely dated a girl in like the mid 2010s. And I was like, yeah. Other than that, I don't like. I watched some Food Wars, but that's because Alex was like, watch this show, and he made me watch it at his house, and we watched like 4 episodes. So that's almost like dating someone. But yeah. Other than that, I haven't really watched much anime, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I think there's been more animes I've been into because I really like the slice of life feel to them, kind of like the Studio Ghibli type of thing, where it's got like really kind of nice art or peaceful art, or they got like some fun animals and creatures and stuff. I think that's what I like the most. That and a little psychological thriller in there, maybe like a dungeon, like D&D party style things. I like that. So I don't know. I feel like
everyone keeps suggesting anime to me, and that's awesome. But again, I think you missed the point where I said I've only been watching one episode of a TV show a day, and for the last many months since the end of 2024, it's been Hell's Kitchen. And I'll get through that, and then I'll move on. But for I don't have a lot of like, guess I'll sit down and watch some stuff time. I just don't.
Right. I was like with the Horse Girl gaming. When everyone was like, Crendor, you put like 60 hours into this. I thought Jesse'd be the one to play this. I was like, you kidding me? I was like, knowing Jesse, he's going to play this game and either hate it because he's going to be like, this story sucks, or like get attached to one character and then be like, that's my one character, this story sucks. Or like, her story's the only good one. And I was like, look, there it is. Meanwhile, I was like, how do you, like, for me, this is just me playing Madden, dude. Like playing a sports game. I used to play every sports franchise. I would play simulation mode. So you would just like build your franchise. That's essentially what this is. You pick your team or Horse Girl, and then you get their stats, you get their players. Okay, you got the off season, you simulate the season, or you watch the races, depending, and then that's it. Then she goes into the Hall of Fame, and then you start a new season. It's essentially just a sports manager game, and I think that's why I love it so much.
It is. If you remove the gacha, you remove the concerts, you remove the fact that it's young girls in schoolgirl outfits running around a track.
Actually, they have various types of outfits and not just schoolgirl outfits.
Don't worry, I unlocked the American girl, and she's like in a super boob cowboy outfit with a badge. Yeah, but ignoring all of that, when you pull all that back, it's literally just horse race gamba, and you watch your girl like you.
Yeah.
I put so many stats in you, and now I'm gonna watch you. And it's like if you went to a real horse race, except you're watching tween girls like run as fast as they can. It is somehow both hilarious and also really compelling to watch the races. You're like, yeah. I get this.
Yeah. No, and it's always fun watching. I've seen so many people, so many like streamer friends or just people in chat and stuff where they'd be like, what's this game? This looks dumb. And then they'll be like, all right, whatever, I'll download it. And then they're like, actually, you know what? It's kind of fun. And then they're like, I just got a gotcha pull for the spritz. I got the Katakari Black or whatever the shit everyone's pulling right now. I can't remember the name of it. Like, it's just, that's the progression. And I don't know. I'm still having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I realize in order to achieve my victory for Haru, I have to play other characters in order to level them up to then dump them into a new Haru. So what I did is while I'm editing video, I just have it running on the side, and I literally have skip all on, and I just skip the races, I skip everything. I'm just trying to level up characters so I can make a super breeder and then breed Haru like some sort of like Steve Rogers super soldier to go in there. And
now you're playing the Crendor way. That's how I play. Skip everything. Everything's on super skip.
Yeah.
I've memorized which events are going to give me what. I'm like, that's a plus 10 speed. That's a plus 30 energy. All right, we're good.
If you,
I don't care about anything.
If you were to ask me what any of the other soldiers are not soldiers, oh Jesus.
This guy's cooked. He's talking about soldiers super breeding. I don't know what's going on here. He's done.
I just want to make some sort of an Uber horse. I don't know why people have a problem with that. But like, so I would say if people were asking me what the other stories were, I do not know. I played through all the characters I have, and I've skipped, and I'm not even looking. And when a race starts, I just skip through the race, and I'm like, yep. Meanwhile, I'm editing a video. I do not care. It's all about Haru. I want Haru to win. I just don't care about anyone else. I'm like, I'm gonna make the perfect horse. So I'm making some sort of like Frankenstein-esque monster, and it should be fine, I think. Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing. You're just having a more vivid imagination about it. Because, like, Sam, dude, the amount of time Sam's like, I got 6 A horses. All right, I'm moving in the more, and then I got to get my S horse. I haven't gotten an S horse yet. But now he's, like, taking a break because he's at Disney World. But, like, still, that man is, he's pretty far gone.
Every photo he posts of him at Disney World, I'm like, thank God he has a wife and kid with him. Otherwise, remember that article we had about that guy who broke into Disney and stayed there and lived there? That would be him. He looks like the guy who would have broken into Disney World and hung out there forever.
I went to check his Twitter again, and 5 hours ago, he said, took my queen to her favorite spot, and he has his phone open with Gold Ship on it at the aquarium. So maybe he hasn't taken a break.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a break.
Yeah, no. I did also see he got detained for a bit, and they said he looked like Aquaman.
The audacity to detain someone at the airport coming into America and then be like, yo, dude, while we look through your baggage and maybe deport you, you kind of look like Aquaman, bro.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they were all having fun. It was crazy.
Yeah. Wait, what the? Dude, I swear. And then he tweeted, okay, all the homies I follow on Uma have 1 brain cell and all listed Kidda Black. Anyone have a good card that isn't Kidda? Hook me up below. Never mind. He's not taking any breaks.
I love that you thought for a minute that this man would take a break from a mobile game. There's no way.
I don't know what I thought.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't.
He is more dedicated to this craft than you or I will ever be. The man is a consummate streamer. He is on the grind 24/7, which is probably why he has a farm and it's gorgeous and he like owns property and like does stuff. Like, yeah. I get it.
I mean, listen, he gets like 5 brand deals a week.
I
He
wish.
could easily afford some gacha game. Yeah,
I wish.
dude.
Call us.
The amount of that'd be great. Anybody needs some fun Cox and Crendor sponsorships?
We will
games,
promote anything.
Literally anything. Come on.
Where's the
People?
What's so funny about? By the way, what's so funny about that is it's also a lie. Don't.
Oh yeah, we've rejected many.
We reject lots of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very much like I don't want to sell people anything that can make people lose like money or get scammed.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of scams. So many gambling offers. Dear God.
There's a lot of gambling offers.
I'm like, I don't want to. Now, I do raid Shadow Legends, but I'd ask for a lot of money because I know Raid has that money, and I'm not going to accept low ball from Raid. Raid, if you want us, you got to pay. Just like the Hoyo stuff, just like all that. I'm not gonna take your sponsorship and be like, here you go, have some a pittance. No. I'm gonna ask for like $50,000. I'm gonna be like, you better pay up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. If I'm gonna sell myself out like that, it better be for something.
Yeah. The first time I heard of the Horse Girl game, by the way, was we were playing Rematch, that soccer game, about a month ago, and we had a Discord for it, and JP just said, Horse Girl Gaming is live and alive. And then Sam said, huh? And he said, my chat's losing it. This is so good. And Sam said, is this a gacha game or something? And little did he know.
No, I mean, he was asking.
Little did he know.
Because he's like, those are my favorite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The journey he was about to partake on.
Yeah. It's crazy that it's as popular as it is, but I get it. It has the gacha mechanics. It has that blind boxy feel. You're pulling stuff, but you're also training, and there's, it's fun to watch the horse race. And for the gooners out there, there's plenty of cutie pies. So enjoy, I guess. Yeah.
There's it's actually nice for a gacha game because it's not. You can play it pretty well for a free-to-play game. Like, you don't really need to spend a whole lot. Like, you can, but like you can get some pretty good horses and do it pretty well without spending a lot of money, or like if any money.
Yeah,
So
I'm not. Nice. I refuse to, which is probably why it's taking me so long to make a super horse. But I'll get there eventually. I have no doubt. And then when I'm ready, I'll stream again. I'll stream it again, probably long after everyone else has stopped streaming. I'll be like, I've done it. I've made my super horse. Come, Haru, let us race for victory. Yeah.
Yep. And the super soldiers. They'll be super bred by then. Ready to go. It'll be like you, like Saruman getting the Urukai ready. Just like horse girls covered in goop, and you're just like, rise. It's like da. And they just wake up, they're like, Nerd!
To war! The camera pans through the mines I built. And there's like orcs working mud pits with horses.
It's just thousands of Harus, just thousands of pink-haired horse girls.
The world of men shall end.
So that's fun. I've played. What else have I played? I haven't played Nine Kings lately, but that's a fun game. I talked about it, I think, a bit.
What is Nine Kings?
Nine Kings is a pixel city building roguelite auto battler.
Okay, sure.
And it's really good. I got 23 hours in it. The devs do like a ton of updates for it. If you like roguelite city building auto battlers, you're gonna have a great time. I've beaten king level on all the kings, but I'm waiting for the new king to come out. He's supposed to be out in the next like week or two. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, if you like any of the words I just said,
I love a good auto battler
Kings.
Where I don't have to do anything except plan and then things do it itself. Big fan.
Yeah, I know. I love it. It's a great auto battle. That was another game where I'd play it and then people would be like, I think I'm going to pick that up. And they'd be like, dude, this game's great. So that was fun.
Okay.
Nine Kings, if you want to sponsor. Then
I'm pretty sure you just did the ad read for them, dude. They don't need to pay you now.
Yeah, they don't have to pay me now. I already played
you
it.
Screwed up. You should have said, it's all right. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know.
Yeah. I did play some more Total Warhammer 3.
Oh, I have been too.
Fun.
Can I let you in? I'm gonna let everyone know a secret.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. I'm cheating.
Mm-hmm.
In Total War Warhammer 3, there are achievements for each faction. And one of them is beat the game with that faction, beat the Immortal Empires. But another one is beat it on very hard or the hardest mode. I think is legendary.
Right.
If you, right before you're about to beat it, the turn before, save the game, change all the settings to very hard, and then beat it, it gives you both achievements.
He's a cheater. He's cheating.
And I don't care. I don't care. I've put in so many hours in that game, and I'm just trying to play the factions I don't want to play.
That's fair enough.
Like I'm playing, I'm playing the ones I just don't care about just to try them. And I'm like, well, like right now I'm playing. There's the 2 wood elf twins that have like you have to go around, you have to get the trees, you have to build up your trees and defend the trees. I do not care about them. I do not care about the wood elves. It's whatever. I'm just trying to do it so I can cheat. Elves. Well, of course you do. You are a wood elf.
That's true.
Look at you. Yeah, you are a wood elf. Me, I'm still trying to beat the game on actual legendary mode as Chaos, as Archeon the Everchosen. It is impossible. I cannot do it. I have tried so hard. I've put countless hours into it. At a certain point, every time, it becomes 3 factions. My faction and whatever stupid-ass army I've control over. And then the Empire, and then usually some other faction. It's either orcs or ogres or the Eastern Empires. And then it's just a tug of war back and forth. And I can never win because I don't control my lands. When you play as Chaos, you cede your territory to your goon squad of Nords. And they suck. They it's literally just dudes with axes. And I'm like, upgrade, build anything, literally just defend yourselves. And because I am not them, I don't know when they're under attack unless I'm actively watching. And I'm usually watching my armies move towards the Empire or move towards whatever. So when I look, eventually I see the map has changed. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And then I see the third faction is now moving an entire I'm like, it's impossible. I cannot beat it. I've tried so hard. And so I'm like, fine, screw it. I'll just go start a new game on easy with a different faction I don't know. And then I'll play them a little bit. And then I'll be like, you know what? I'm getting the damn achievements. And I'll get the achievements and then be like, well, I'll never play them again. All right, let's try Archeon the Everchosen one more time. And then I'll go back in and absolutely get...
You're just really trying to complete it.
I just want to beat it with Chaos, and it's impossible. I cannot do it. I'm just not good enough. I don't have this. Legendary's too hard for me, dude. I'm not that skilled. I just don't have it.
Damn.
Yeah, sucks.
There's your lesson, Lisa. Never try.
At first, I was like, who the hell's Lisa?
It's like, I hope you learned your lesson, Lisa. Never try.
Yep.
That's
Speaking of trying.
Mm-hmm.
Tried out there's a game called Eriksholm. I think it has the Stolen Dream.
Oh yeah, I have a sponsor for that tonight.
Yo, you will, if you like a good isometric, it's like not combat, it's a stealth game. So you're this girl who doesn't have you can't fight, right? And so you're trying to escape, like at least in the beginning of it, I don't want to spoil too much, but you're trying to run from cops. And so you are going through grates. You're hiding it's fantastic. But then they throw in there are collectibles. And if you want to get the collectibles, you have to go. And so you have to really try to sneak past guys.
Yeah.
Not only is it a great game, the it's an isometric game. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're always gonna have this sort of top-downish view.
Right.
Yo, story-wise, they absolutely cooked when it came to the cinematics. They're gorgeous. Like some of the best I've ever seen. And even though this is a lot of industry vets, it's this company's first game. And so they came out the gate swinging. And I was like, whoa, all the cinematics are gorgeous. Really beautiful. And the actors, I probably should change the title here.
Horse girls?
Yeah, instead of horse girls. The actors are great. Everything about it is just absolutely stunning. And then you play the game, like eventually you'll unlock the ability to get a blow dart. And so at that point you can start zapping cops, and that is hilarious because they're like, oh, what we're doing over here, what's this? And you go, and they go, oh. But what's genius about it is it isn't like most games of that genre where if you go and then it hits them, they just fall over. With this, it takes time to work. So if they get hit from behind, they will literally turn around and look to see. So if you're out in the open, you're done.
That's cool.
Yes, and everyone, all of the people that can spot you aren't idiots. So if you're even a little bit seen, you will see there's a dot that starts moving towards you where they start to hone in on you. It is stressful. I was super stressed the entire time and very tense because, again, it's a game that's all about stealth. So if you get caught, you go back to the last checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta play it safe. Thankfully, if you're in the shadow, chances are you won't be caught. But eventually there's things where it's like stuff's moving and you have to, move with it. And then you have to make noise. So there's some parts where there's metal grating. And if you walk in the metal grating, they'll be like, what the bloomin' is that? And they'll come get you. So you have to make enough noise for them not to hear you walk on it or find another creative way. It's fascinating. I love this game. Really, really a big fan. I've been playing it a bunch, and I haven't beaten it yet, but I do like it a great deal.
Yeah, I like stealth games. It should be fun.
Yeah,
I like that realism aspect because you don't get the stormtrooper. Like, where are they?
Yes.
Or like the Lord of the Rings thing where he stabs him on the tower and he's like, that's not how someone acts when they're stabbed. That type of thing.
What's fun about it, for me at least, is I think why I'm truly bad at stealth games is because most of the time they're third person or first person. And so when you play them, for me at least, if it's not directly in front of me, I will either hope I've cleared it or completely forget about the dude patrolling behind me and then just get spotted. And then I'm like, well, I got to kill everyone now. This, you can see everything and you can scroll out really far too. So you can kind of see how people are moving, where stuff's going. I love that. It's really helpful for me. And so I completely get it. And I'm like, yeah. Also, I think the main character, I know the voice actor from Final Fantasy XIV as the voice of Medion, but I think is also Ronnie? I think from definitely, I'm trying to remember what voice, but definitely from Elden Ring. And so it's like we got a quality actor in this role just tearing up scenes. I was like, yes, this is so good. Yeah. So
I feel like there's a lot more games that are just random small studios make a game and it's just better than anything even massive corporations are putting out.
Dude, big time. Yeah, I keep I guess I'm in a weird stride now where people are like, "Hey, we will recommend this game as a sponsorship for you." I'm like, "Okay." Some indie game I've never heard of, and I'll play it and be like, "Well, I'm playing all this now." All right. This isn't a game I've never heard of, but I was sponsored to play the new Rogue Trader expansion. And I was like, I didn't play Rogue Trader before. I was like, I'll get to it eventually. But it kind of fit that same vibe of when I played Baldur's Gate 3. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get to that later. I already put 117 hours into Baldur's Gate, so I don't need another really long game.
Right.
So I played the new, I was playing through the new stuff for Rogue Trader. I instantly fell in love with this game. I love it. It is so good in a way that I was not prepared for. And the fact that it let me go full heretic from moment one, where I'm currently assembling pieces of a damaged evil blade, and I'm like, yes. And my guy's like, no, I'm not a bad guy at all. Don't worry about it. I'm enjoying it so much. I constantly think about playing. It's great. And again, it's not one of those things that was on my radar ever. I forgot about it. Love it.
Yeah, I think I played it for a sponsor thing back when it came out. And it was pretty fun. My only issue, as with many Warhammer things, is I'm like, I just want to play as an orc, a Necron, or a Tyranid attacking people.
I get it. Yeah, well, we should, because they did release the Chompers, Stabbers, and Teeth, or whatever the hell that game was. And then also...
Or the Speed Freaks, right?
Yeah, the Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks was just orc cars. We should definitely play that.
We should play that.
We should play that.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
I would definitely play that.
No.
Hell yeah.
I wrote a note. This is true, and I'm going to copyright it here. Everyone, I'm copywriting it on this show. Reach out to me, Warhammer community and or artists and or actual Warhammer. We could make this. We should make this. This is a note I wrote down. Jesse pitch game to Warhammer team called Heretic Simulator. It's about heresy and goth mommies. It's just a dating sim, but it's Warhammer and it's heresy. And it's about being the worst. We can make this happen.
That's true. I think you could do it.
We just need good art. Good art, and who cares about the story? I'll just make up a bunch of words. That's fine. I'll be like, at the Astorum of the Cogitator, of the Fourth Intellectualum, of the Tyrannid Menace of the Void Star. People will be like, holy shit, this is 40K as hell, dude. It'd be great.
That would be pretty great. I remembered that I played the new Donkey Kong, the opposite of a stealth game.
That the brand new just came out. Everyone's talking about it. You're like, I remembered. I also played Donkey Kong, like that little game. That little game that just came out.
Yeah, I played it last night, like right when it came out.
Okay.
All right? And it's the opposite of a stealth game. You can literally break everything. In fact, you just spend the time just being like, ugh, ugh, ugh. You're just swinging, hitting blocks. Literally everything is destructible. Like nothing, there's like a few things that are unbreakable, but like for the most, like 90% of the things you can break. I'm waiting for when somebody just is like, I cleared an entire level of blocks. Here's what it looks like. Like somebody's probably
for sure
done that
that's
already.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's very fun. I like. It's kind of like it almost feels like Donkey Kong meets Minecraft meets Breath of the Wild.
What's the premise of this one? What is it's Donkey Kong. I get it, but what are you doing in the new Donkey Kong?
He wants bananas.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the answer. Solid answer.
Yeah, and you're trying to get to the center of the earth. Listen, it's like a Donkey Kong Nintendo game. All right, there's no like insane story thing going on.
I'm not asking about the story. I'm asking what is the gameplay? What are you doing in this game? How does it work? You're like, you can destroy the world. In what way can you destroy the world? How does that work?
Well, you just punch it.
Cool. Did you actually play this game? Did you?
Yes. What are you looking for? Like in-depth description of like when I press the Y button, I wind up my arm and break
Why are you
numerous
punching
types
the
of
world?
walls.
What does that get you? How does
he's
punching the world
Donkey
change the world to help you?
He's looking for bananas. That's literally it. It's literally the reason he's looking for bananas. So you start the game and he's like eating bananas, and then they're like Donkey Kong bananas, and then he gets more bananas, and then it's literally just him getting bananas, and then it goes ooh banana like it does in the Donkey Kong 64.
Cool, dude. Cool.
And you just got to get bananas.
I love that you're like, what do you want from me? He's Donkey Kong. He eats bananas. He wants to find, but there is no like Cranky Kong was kidnapped or King K. Rool is back. Like what is the point of the game besides get banana?
Well, you didn't say that.
Yes, I did. That's literally what I was saying.
Baby Pauline shows up. I thought she was like 5 years old. They said she's 13. I was like, what? Okay.
Whoa, that's a weird 13. Yeah, I saw the image. I was like, that's a baby. What? Okay, sure.
That's what I thought. But then they referenced. I was like, whatever. So she sings on top of Donkey Kong. And then you can also go into Super Donkey Kong mode.
What does the singing do? Why does she sing?
It sends you into Super Donkey Kong mode.
Okay.
Yeah, which allows you to be Super Donkey Kong. And you super break stuff.
Okay.
And then you can also unlock different puzzles by singing. And then the main premise is that there's some evil void people. One's like this void monkey lady that's definitely gonna get fan art of various types. And there's like a void bat and some other guy, and then they're just like, yeah. I don't even remember what they said they're doing. They're just doing something evil. And they're like captured Pauline, and then she escaped, and now you're just trying to get to the center. Listen, I don't pay attention to most of the stories in these games. I'm just here to get the bananas and punch stuff.
Is this person's name Poppy Kong?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I hate how right you are. I hate how right. I was like, all right, I got to see what Crendor considers like the character who's definitely going to get some weird art of.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like,
Nope,
okay.
that's it.
And I looked her up and was like, yeah, it's only a matter of time. We're doomed. We're totally doomed. They went out of their way to be like, yeah, no, we're going to make a sexy ape.
Yep, they sure did.
Yep. Yep.
So it's her and then the weird Batman and then a big, like, other Donkey Kong man.
Oh, yeah,
the Void
I see them.
Co.
Void Co, yeah. And the Bat guy just looks like every little tiny villain who's definitely like, go get him, guys.
Yeah, but he's like the main guy.
Well, he looks like the
"Get him."
boss. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just tiny.
Hold on.
The group was...
Is there no... Am I spoiling myself if I type in Donkey Kong Bonanza King K. Rool?
Oh, no.
I mean, there's certainly art for it. I don't know how he fits into any of this, but I hope he's back. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen our boy. Our big bellied lizard man.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is you go through different layers of the earth and you like keep punching down, you like break the terrain, you get bananas, and then
are the bananas in the earth?
They're like in the earth, so they're like crystal bananas, and you break the banana and then it shatters, and then he's like
because they're crystals?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't question it.
Do you think the plot of this one is that Donkey Kong got really high off of crystal bananas, and that's why in the original Donkey Kong gang he's in the city looking for Pauline because he's like just out of his mind high?
It honestly, if it isn't, I hope that they
canonically
change
it seems accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
This man thought bananas came from the ground, ate a bunch of bananas, crystal bananas, and then he went nuts. And they're like, get him off that skyscraper. He's lost his mind. Send in the plumber.
My God. Also, they have elevators, which are eels that can take you between all the layers of the earth. So that's another thing. And the eels vor you. They literally eat you and then carry you up to the other layers or down.
Spit you out, I assume? I hope it's not the other way.
Yes.
Okay,
no,
good.
Yeah, they spit you out.
I'm like, what is this game?
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, it's pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
But like that's the main premise of this game is just you break stuff as Donkey Kong.
It's so funny that so far with the Switch 2, you've played the new Mario Kart, the new Donkey Kong.
Yes.
You're in it. You're loving the Switch 2. You're a Switch 2 guy.
Yep.
I have one thing on my Switch 2, as I told everyone I would, because there's nothing I want right now, and it literally is the app that lets you play old Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And I have currently I realized that playing the joystick version of F-Zero, impossible. Your car goes, you have to use the, directional controls. Yeah. I've been playing through Metroid, it's on there. Star Fox, classic, the original, which makes me miss Star Fox 64, I'll be honest. But I wonder if they have a 64 app that I could download. Maybe they do. I might get that.
They had all this on the Switch. It's more fun
literally,
and works better on
when
the
I
Switch
ported
too.
the stuff from the Switch over to the Switch 2, I literally just ported that one game over.
Yeah.
And I was this is good enough for me.
Yeah, they got N64, they got Game Boy Advance, I think they might have GameCube, or they might soon have. I don't remember.
I can't do GameCube. That's when people became crazy.
You call them the GameCube kids. I know.
GameCube kids. I can't. It's a dark time.
Yep. Oh, they do have GameCube. I actually I bought the two Final Fantasies I was talking about on Cox and Crendor.
Oh, which ones?
Well, the one I told you was Final Fantasy 3, because that was the one I played on my DS a while ago.
Wait, so you bought Final Fantasy 5?
Yeah, because you said that was the one with the jobs and less story.
Yes, true.
And I was like, you know what? If there's a Final Fantasy I'll enjoy, it'd be that one. And so
I'm glad you got it.
I double checked it with chat. I was like, chat, is this the one with jobs and less story? And they're like, yes. And I was like, okay. And there was like 1 day left on the sale for half off the game. I was like,
Hell
dude,
yes.
I'm buying on my Switch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got that on the old Switch now.
Yeah, I think you would like that. And if you like Final Fantasy V, then try Tactics.
All right.
Which is,
Yeah,
it's
do
less
that.
Final Fantasy and more like tactical combat with jobs.
Ah, okay, I see.
And they're remaking it, so it comes out later this year, I think. And it's they're remaking it, and they have the original version and then one with like voice acting and like that kind of stuff. But I don't think you need that or care about that. But they have like an updated version of the original, and so that's probably coming very soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might stream that or play it off stream. I'll probably stream it and then maybe play it off stream.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you think of it because, yeah, one of the things that I didn't like was the fact that Final Fantasy V story is kind of lame. There's barely it's like, all right. But the mechanics are awesome. I love that. So, good.
That might be why I love it. We'll find out.
Okay. And this is all on your Switch. You got like a whole Switch situation going on.
Yeah, it's on my Switch too. And then I think the next Switch game that comes out is Kirby's Air Ride, which I'll get. I don't know when it comes out.
Kirby's Air Ride?
Yeah. Switch 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when it comes out, but I know it's supposed to come out at some point this year.
This looked pretty interesting. Again, I won't get it. I'm still holding out for Hyrule Warriors. Right. Shout out to that being the first Switch 2 game I will buy later this year whenever it comes out. But yeah, very excited.
Yep. I'm still waiting on Animal Crossing announcement.
Good luck with that.
Surely it's right around the corner.
Surely it is. Yeah, surely.
Let me just rant again about Animal Crossing. The fact that they have one of the top selling franchises and they just don't make DLC for it is mind blowing to me. Like they could literally just sell DLC and they would make a ton of money, but it's Nintendo, so they're like, can't do that. It's not allowed. Next, you're gonna want us to have some sort of convenient online play. It's not gonna happen.
Nope. What's weird though is, did you try the Nintendo Switch 2 like learn to play tutorial game they have for $10?
No, but I heard it's good.
It's really fun. It shows you everything the Switch 2 does to the point where like your controllers start making noise that sounds like Mario punching blocks and stuff. There's like crazy stuff going on with that, but it's like Sony did all that for free. And Xbox never even tries to do that. But like, it's one of those things where I don't get it, but they spend their time and energy on the weirdest things compared to doing what you're just talking about. Like, yeah, let's help fund something to get it made. No. We're going to do a ludicrous side piece of content to teach you how to use this console.
Right.
I'll never understand Nintendo. Never. But I'm always wrong about Nintendo. Like when Switch came out, I was like, I don't get this. I don't know what this is. And now I have a Switch 2 and I'm like, it's pretty fun. Like I never get it. I never understand Nintendo, but somehow I'm always wrong about Nintendo, so I've stopped even caring.
Well, yeah, they did Happy Home Designer for the Animal Crossing, but like that was it. They did like one mini expansion. I assume they were going to do like at least a little more, like add on to the base game. Like here's another island you can build. Here's like some more villagers. Here's like other, like for one of the top selling games on the entire system for a franchise that's been around for like 20 years.
Is Nintendo known for DLC and expansions though?
Probably not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think they actually do. I think they just do a game, release it, and move on.
Well, they do like for Mario Kart, they did like a bunch of level packs and shit like that.
That's for the sake of being greedy bastards. That's a different thing.
Yeah, but I wish they were greedy bastards for Animal Crossing. Give me some stuff. That's what I'm saying. Why couldn't they do that?
Understood. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild had DLC. There's plenty of things that DLC.
Okay.
I don't know. That must mean they're just working on a brand new Animal Crossing. It's gonna be fantastic. That's all it means.
Okay.
Surely. What else have you been playing?
Oh man, I've been I hit a weird point. So I've been playing a lot of Dark Tide, as I've talked about before on the show. And I am in this weird spot where I'm trying, just for the sake of the achievement or whatever it is, to get 4 of the different classes to level 30 just to get it done. And the problem is, I hit the point where I have 2 already at 30, and I have 1 at 17 and 1 at 6. The issue is, everyone who jumped on who were new or who were low level for the new content, for the new, like, Arbiter stuff, they're all max level right now. So if I want to play on my level 30 guys, there's so much to do. I can get into stuff all the time. My level 16 guy, my level 7 guy, no, but I'm playing with bots. And the problem is all the bots are veterans. So I don't have class mix up where we can do cool combos together. No. It's 3 guys with guns. And maybe someone else will join. And it's like, when do I need to play this game in order to get people to play with me? If I want to play my dude with his dog or my veteran who's a badass who I had since the beginning when the game first launched, easy. I can jump into some really high level content, have a blast, be awesome. But I made a guy named Gringus who's an Ogren, and he has like that derpy bowl cut, and he's got like a big underbite, and I love him to death. I want to play him all the time. He's level 17. I'm at a spot where anytime I want to do a mission, there is nobody online to play with. Unless someone who's level 30 decides they want to come down to my... Because right now, Gringus is... whatever the middle difficulty is, no one wants to play at that middle difficulty. So I'm constantly in order to get out of that, I have to keep playing missions in order to, but I'm sitting there waiting for people to join, and then eventually I get to a screen where it then continues to wait for people to join, and then it just boots me into the game, and it's like, all right, it's your guy and 3 veterans. And I'm like, cool. And the bots, all they do is follow me. So the way I figured out how to do it is I just run forward and keep running, and they kill things behind me, and I just get to the end of the level. I'm like, this isn't fun. The solution is to have friends. Well, I do have friends who play, but they don't want to play when I play.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Get better friends.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I'm having a great time playing the game on the high level content, but I just want to get my big ogre boy. He's so, his name, the best part is when I go into games, when people join me, there's like a chat feature. You can talk to people. And sometimes my character will like save someone or whatever. And in chat, someone will say like, hey, thanks, Gringus. And I just reply, Gringus, and keep going. It's great. I don't say anything else except for Gringus. And everyone's like, yo, is that Gringus? I'm like, Gringus. It's great. I'm having a blast.
You're like Hodor.
Yeah. He's this big, ugly looking dude. He's my favorite. You're allowed to, you can have a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. I never use my ranged weapon. I only use melee. I built my character so that whenever I hit guys, I gain my shield back. And whenever people hit me, I lose a fraction of my shield. So I'm constantly invincible, and I just run to combat and whack. It's great. I'm having so much fun. I assume at a higher difficulty it won't be as good, but I'm stuck on mid difficulty, so I'm basically invincible. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Fan. Yes, love it. So I'm playing a lot of that too. Yeah, I'm in sort of like a weird Warhammer Renaissance over here, where I'm just playing a bunch of different games. And I know that will end, and I'll jump back into other things. But for some reason, like I saw everyone this week sent me videos and clips of things like Shark Dentist. I guess it's a game coming out eventually.
Shark Dentist?
Where you play as a dentist for a shark. You have to clean a shark's tooth. But if you screw up, it eats you. And I think they want me to play that, so that's fun.
I see, yeah. There it is, Shark Dentist. That is indeed a shark dentist.
Yep, not a fan of that game.
Infection. He's got polyps. He's got chopped teeth.
Yep. Yeah. And then if you screw up, he eats you. And that's the game. So cute. I hate the shark's mouth. It looks terrifying. I don't like it. Super gross. And then he eats you. So yep. Everyone sent me that. Because they hate me, I guess. And then, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm trying to think of what else I've been messing around with. But, yeah, that's kind of it. Are you frozen? Did this man freeze? Did this man go look at Shark Dentist? You froze my screen and I froze your screen. Great. Well, that's great. Good freeze.
Great
now I'm
freeze.
terrified.
There
I
it
look
is.
over and you're going to be like,
Yeah, we leaked our Discord messages of me saying I can't stand Dodger. Thank God she's not on this program today.
I didn't want anyone to see that, but yes. Instead, all of our messages are, hey, hi, you here? Yeah, okay. 1:30? Okay, yeah, hey, okay. Literally the last messages we sent were, just making coffee. Okay, KK, I'm here. Okay, turn on camera, nerd. That's literally... We're the least interesting chats on the internet ever.
Hey, did we get paid for that thing? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. I'll look. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of streamer things, I was watching this one streamer thing for a sponsorship, and they were all talking about how they're like, yeah, you started in like, what, 2017, 2018? You're old, man. And I was just like, 2017? 2018? I was like, we did Co-optional Lounge in like 2015. We were already like 5 years into this at that point. I was like, dude, these people are. We started in like the caveman era when they started in like the French Renaissance.
Yeah. We were in 5000 BC, and they started a little. But I think most people are like in that 2020 era, where they had nothing to do. I mean, it's kind of like us. We all started in that post 2009, 2010 depression era or recession or whatever it was, where a lot of people lost jobs and no one was hiring. And then 2020 was roughly the same damn thing, where no one was hiring and no one was leaving their house. So like, I get it. I'm obsessed with that, but in a darker, weirder way.
Right.
Because I think you and I know that over the years, we've seen many people burn out.
The rise and fall. Yep.
Yes. And their content completely changes and they become completely different.
Yep.
I am obsessed with watching new content creators who are at this point 5-ish years old. They started during COVID, and their content, watching them do things that we saw, but little condensed versions of it is so
history
bizarre.
Repeats itself.
Oh my God. But like faster. Watching people absolutely start one way and completely change, or watching their content morph and grow, or like there was so many reaction channels that were started during COVID that I became like obsessed with, because it was all young kids reacting to things like, I'm watching Rage Against the Machine for the first time. And wow, this is totally, it's like the exact same thing, but this was in the 90s. That's crazy. And so I watched them, and then watching them slowly morph into like crazy people is insane to me. Like at first they were React channel, and now they have conspiracy theories they're like completely bought into, and I'm like, what happened? And it's always, they made one video every time without fail. They made one reaction video, or they made one commentary video, or they made one video where it was like, yeah, I guess I'll comment on this thing, and then it got all these likes and responses and views, and they're like, well, I'll make another one, and then another one. And eventually they're like, you know, fire doesn't melt steel beams, guys. It just doesn't. And you're like, what the hell happened? It's crazy.
There's plenty of people too that like you could tell they weren't doing very well in whatever they were doing, and then they took they pivoted their entire channel or thing towards something controversial like politics or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, the reason everything's wrong is because of this group of people. And you're like, oh boy. But then they get like 8 billion views. They're like, he's right.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I think it's very funny, especially on Twitch, because I'm still of the mindset that Twitch is for video games, which it is not.
Right.
It is clearly not for video games now. It is the most popular stuff is people just talking, which is what we're doing right now. But it's just one of those things where I am of the mind like, yeah, it's weird that this dude who plays video games also has like hot takes on stuff. I don't care, but it's strange that I associate people with video games and suddenly they're like the biggest political voice of a generation. And you're like, what happened? What do you mean? What?
It's just, I'd still be a fan of Twitch banning politics from the platform and having it be its own. They can go have their own website You know, your own live. But then Twitch wouldn't do that because they make a bunch of money off of it, and that's all they care about.
All you need to know about Twitch is that I just watched a video today where the Twitch CEO had extra Emily to the Twitch offices, and he made a joke of like, hey, I'm going to make her the new CEO. And I kept thinking like, now I don't know much about extra Emily, but I do know, didn't she just like get caught driving through a red light while streaming? Like, none
just
of that.
Had a few,
like none of that seems
happen.
very like safe. And I don't know. It's just, I don't think Twitch cares is what I'm saying. Twitch is like, make content, make us money. We don't care.
There's people who have done much worse than that are still streaming on this platform.
Yeah.
Much worse.
And
there's people
and they're rewarded,
like,
to be honest. We've said this before. Like they get their break, they get a free week off, and they come back and make more money than they ever made ever.
Yeah. Like there's plenty of people I've seen. There's one streamer got into like a chase with the cops in their car. That one streamer like crashed his like car on the road and
dude, that
streamed
YouTuber guy who was like he crashed his car and his friend's like bleeding out.
Yeah, that
he's
one.
like, dude, you get that on film? It's like,
you film that? You film that? Like, dude, it's actually insane. There's like I'm curious when somebody's gonna end up getting streamed like actually just like committing crimes and going to jail. Be like, guys, I'm in jail.
They already
Here we
do.
are. Well, they don't go to jail for it.
That one dude who went around Korea, Japan, wherever. Who was
Johnny Somali.
That guy got thrown in jail.
That's
Which,
because
by
he's
the
in
way,
Korea. Because they actually enforce
I'm fine
the
with
law.
that. Yeah. Like, don't be a dick. That's fine. Yeah. It's just, I think as the older I get, it becomes less cool to be like flippant about stuff while you're making content. And so when I see people who are like breaking laws or being an ass, I'm like, back in my day, we didn't have to do that to get attention. We could just be entertaining on our own, which is such an old man thing to say, but it's like,
dude, yeah. Like I've seen so many modern streamers and stuff that they're like, yo, people still play video games on this website. And like it's just become the point of like, you used to, even if you wanted to just chat, you would just chat over Hearthstone or have that in like the background while you talked. Now it's just like, you can stream yourself going into the local establishment and interrupting literally everybody there. And causing a ruckus of like, hey, everybody, I'm here to be the center of attention. I'm talking loudly on my phone to chat. Oh, here comes an alert. Hey, what are you doing, streamer? And then you're like, ha. And then everyone looks over like, what is that person doing? And it's like, it's okay. I'm a streamer, guys. I'm allowed to be loud and obnoxious in public.
I will say, I see the comment, we had Jackass. To be clear, Jackass was a group of friends torturing themselves, not the general public.
Yeah, that's the big
very
difference.
Clear. That was different. That's what all friend groups wanted to do to each other, is be complete asses to each other. But it was insular. The rest, like, yeah, I've always think it's very weird to see people with the whole camera. Like, the last time I went to TwitchCon, there was so much of that. And I kept thinking, don't you ever just shut it off? Like, don't you just want to, like, for me, when this stream ends, I swear to God, every time I'll click end and go, like, don't you, like, isn't there an off switch? A thing that's like, hey, we're done. But no, you got to be on all the time. And I guess that's why they're successful. Because I am not.
They set up Jackass did a bunch of stuff in public, but here's the thing. We do not know if those people actually are the general public. Were those people paid? Do those people like know? Because like knowing television and reality television, and
every
stuff,
person,
most of the time, everything is
they had to sign a waiver. If they were on film, they had to sign a thing saying that we're on. Like, it's a different vibe, completely.
Mm-hmm. This is like, I'm on my phone. I just walked into a Wendy's. Nobody knows what's happening, and I'm just being loud and obnoxious. And literally everyone's like, what? Like, no waivers. There's nobody knows anything about this, and they're just being loud and annoying.
Yeah. There's like, you have to sign release forms. It isn't just like now where you can go to a place, do a thing, and they're just the public's in it, and that's it. Like no one on Twitch is going around after they film and saying, hey, we just filmed a bit. Here's release forms for you to sign to be in it. And if you don't want to be in it, you can say, and we'll edit you out. Like, that's not a thing that happens. People walk up to people now and they're like, hey, man, Do you want an iPad? Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my son. Wherever you're at, I love you. That's a different. Like people go up and they cut people's. Like my hope is it's all fake. Like when they cut the headphones, I hope it's all fake. But
some
if
of
it's
those
real,
are definitely fake.
Yeah, like it's.
Because like I mean, if you start pushing lawsuits if you're doing that to people.
Yeah.
Which like if you do that to the wrong person and they got money, like you're cooked, dude.
Yeah,
they're taking you to court.
Also, I think I've seen plenty of blurred faces on prank shows. Prank shows of today are different than prank shows of yesteryear. And all I have to do is go back and look at those shows, especially shows from the 80s or whatever, where it was like the prank was someone was farting, like toot. You know, it's a different vibe entirely. Now it's like guys walk up to people and they like rub the back of their head and they're like, hey, good looking. It's a little invasive, is all I'm saying. So, you know, it's a different beast.
And a little's probably an understatement. There's some more than a little invasiveness coming from many streamers nowadays.
Yeah. But again, streamer is not, it's again, I feel very old saying all of this, so feel free to shout boomer, but like, yeah, it just seems like a different vibe that I am uncomfortable with because I feel like there is no off switch. And so when you don't turn off, it becomes your person. Because like when you start, you're not this. You're not, you know, I'm on all the time. And at a certain point, it becomes who you are, to the point where we saw back in the day the Minecraft streamers who would be like, hey, everybody, and then that's just who they became instead of who they really were, which is like, hey guys, yeah, I had a really rough day today. And suddenly every time I talk to them, they're like, yeah, well, you know, it's been crazy out there. And you're like, I'm not recording. There's no cameras here. It's fine. You can turn it off, but it's like, you can't, because that's who you become. And it's super worrying.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how things will progress over the years too. Is like the streamers currently that are the IRL streamers progress into like their 30s and 40s.
I hope they stop. That. I hope for the sake of them, they stop. They make their money. They get out. They go live their lives, because eventually it's going to become one of those weird things where it's like, our kids are always on camera and we're going to raise them in front of the internet. And I'm like,
yeah, who would do that? Like the Rizzlers. That'd be crazy if anyone did things like that.
Well, the thing I found interesting about the Rizzler, going back to that from earlier, is like the Rizzler, his first video is just a kid being like, hey guys, if you're gonna like rizz up a girl, and that's it. That's the video.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, everyone gets involved and more because it's popular. And then more and more people jump on. And that's where I'm like, okay, maybe I'm a little worried for this kid, even though he's 9. Although there's so much I relate to him about. It's weird, dude. I think I relate to the Rizzler in a way that is uncomfortable. Like, there's one part where he's being interviewed, and this guy is talking to him about what he's wearing. He's like, hey, man, I know I see you got a lot of colorful shoes, but you like to wear black. And the entire time, I was like, hey, internet guy, he's fat. He's a little fat kid. He wants to wear black because he's on camera all the time. He doesn't want to look terrible, and he feels uncomfortable. And so he wears colorful shoes because colorful shoes give him a pop of color when he's wearing black because he doesn't want to feel uncomfortable. It's not that complicated. You're making him feel weird. You can see the Rizzler's looking weird. I'm like, it's not that like, he's like, man, you like, what do you mean? It drives me. I'm like, he's just a kid. Let him be a kid.
I'm telling you, he's probably going to end up having the Disney Channel kid arc. Just the same way a lot of the Disney Channel, like it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm like, I get the Rizzler. I have a lot of black shirts. It's not because I'm super into the color black all the time. It's like sometimes on camera, I just like to wear black because I don't look like a complete mess, right? And it's so funny to me that's I'm just like, okay, all right, sure. Let's talk to the little kid about like why he loves his shoe colors. Every time they ask him, he's like, because I like it. It's like, yeah, it's that easy. They're like, yo, so why'd you pick up the new Jordan Pro Elevation? And he's like, because they were green and I like green. It's like, yeah, because he's a kid.
Dude, you know what else I can't stand is when streamers who are definitely rich pretend like they're not rich. I think we talked about this on Cox and Crendor, but like I heard it the other day where one streamer guy was just like, yeah, you know, the rich get richer because the contest or like the streamers of the show were getting money. And then the one girl was like, I'm like upper middle class. And I was like, shut up. upper middle, like that's saying upper middle class is the most like I'm rich while not wanting to say you're rich shit. I can't stand that. Like, just say you're rich.
Yeah, I think
like, come on.
there's really a lot of streamers, I think, have a lot is a lie. Several of the biggest streamers have the ability to do what they do and spend all the time doing what they do because they had a head start.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even for me, I am by no means from a rich family, but when I lost my job, I had the ability to go home to my parents' house, live with my parents for a year at the age of 29, and work on a YouTube channel. That is like, not many people get that. That is some privileged shit right there. And if you can't acknowledge that, like, you know, it's...
Yeah, no, I definitely had that privilege as well. Because my parents were just like, I was like 19, 20, and I was like, I'm going to try making YouTube videos instead of working at these shitty retail jobs that I can't stand. And then they're just like, okay, you can be here as long as you want. It's just like I had that like freedom, and like, you know, a lot of people, those have their parents be like, what are you doing, idiot? Get out of my house. Or like stuff like that. Or like, you're going to work.
Yeah,
you know?
I absolutely think that some people just have a little bit of a leg up when it comes to being able to start doing a thing that at first isn't going to make you money. Like, there's no one who's going to make bank immediately doing this. So having that support system really helps. And then if your support system just happens to be filthy rich, then you can do more with what you have.
Yeah. And that's why it's also like, you don't know how long it's going to last.
Mm-hmm.
You might have like one short year and then you're gone again, which is the crazy part about this industry, is that nobody knows how long you'll be around. I always compare it to Major League Baseball, because you start out in like the park leagues, right? You're playing with all the kids. You're getting your 10 views or whatever. You're like, woo, I'm having fun. Yeah. Then you progress. You go up to like high school. Then you go college. Then you get into like the minor leagues. You're hitting like triple A. You get single A or double A, single A. Then you get to the majors. But just because you make it to the majors doesn't mean you're going to be there for long. You might be like, you know what? You had a popular video. You got rated once on a stream. Now you're back down to the minor leagues. And you're like, oh, I got to get back to the major leagues, dude. I got to get back. And you're just like, I can't make it. And you like keep falling down. And you're just like, dude, if I just like grind out a bit more. And then you're like, keep trying to get back up there. Like us, like I've been in the league 16 years. They're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy when I was a kid. He used to play, he like made the All-Star game in 2013. I think it was the 2014 Heroes of the Storm Streamer of the Year, if I remember correctly.
That King of the Web guy, Jesse Cox. Yeah, I remember him.
King of the Web. I remember them. They're like, well, how's he doing now? It's like, yeah, my Achilles is strained. My meniscus is torn.
Yeah,
they
keep
I'm
us on so we can have
man.
medical coverage. Yeah, they keep us on the roster. Yeah, but we're not on the team.
The amount of people that show up, even when I stream WoW and like farming WoW mounts, they're like, dude, I remember you from like 12 years ago. And I'm like, still here. You got any Twitch Primes laying around? Please.
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. I think at some point it either becomes your job or you quit doing it. Right? Yeah. Like there's either you quit because you make no money, or you quit because now you're a millionaire, or it's literally your job and you're like, I guess I'm doing this till I die, which is pretty much what we do. We're like, well, shit, I guess this is it.
Yeah. People are always like, Crendor, what are you going to do when you retire? I'm like, retire? You think I'm retiring? Listen, I mean, even if I did retire, I would literally just do what I am already doing. That's the thing. I'd like wake up. Yeah. I'd be like, what am I going to do today? I'd be like, well, guess I'll race horse girls. I guess I got to stream it or something. Yeah, that'd be fun. See what everybody's talking about. Mm-hmm. I just do what I'm already doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so fun to see the people that are in the gaming space for a long time, because everyone's pretty like, oh, I know that person. They're good people. Like the people that are around for a while, like the 15 plus years, kind of, we all kind of know each other. We're like, yeah, it's a good person. Like, you have to be after a while, or else you would be shunned by the end. People would be like, I don't work with that guy. That guy sucks.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of people do try to quit YouTube or streaming, or like, they're like, I'm going to go do TV. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go try something else. Then like you see like a year or two later, they're like, hey guys, I'm back. It's like I think a lot of people realize once they leave, like, wow, that's actually real jobs are terrible, and doing real shit sucks.
Yeah,
that's why there's that girl crying like, oh, I only make like, what was it, like 10,000 or 10,000 a month. I was like, you're making literally more than the average person sitting in a chair talking about whatever.
Like, not even,
like, what are you talking about?
Not even just more than the average person. More than the average, like 99% of people, which is crazy to me.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah, she spent like 5K on traveling. Where are you traveling? What are you doing? She's like flying first class all over? Like, what? It's genuinely insane.
Yeah. But again, I think it's kind of like that, like, how much could a banana cost? $10? Like that vibe of, I think a lot of people are young and their first real job in this space was this space. So they have no concept of living a real life. And it's shocking to me that, because I also forget that I'm old. And so because I spend a lot of time with people who are much younger, and they're like 20 something, and they're, like, man, my life is so crazy. I'm like, yeah, I guess from your perspective it is. Like, I guess it is kind of crazy. And I can't hate you for it because that's all you know. But also, I feel like I was raised better than to just be on stream and be like, guys, I'm not making enough money. I'm so broke. Help me out. I only made $50,000 this month. Like, it is like, I never in my mind would say something insane like that.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
I think it's, but I also think most people are susceptible to that or gullible to it because they don't really know how streamers and YouTubers and everybody makes their money. They just know that a lot of them make a living off of it. And so no matter, like, as like even people younger don't know. And they're just like, I know she's like making her bet. And it's like when you're in it as long as we are, you can look at anything. You can see a streamer, a YouTuber, see them doing sponsorships. And I'm like, I know how much you just made. You're not fooling me. All right. I know you just made an entire Walmart employee's salary in one brand deal. All right. I know what you're doing. Don't pretend like, guys, it's so wrong. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah. It's interesting watching. You're absolutely right. Your very first premise of the fake, I have no money, but like I'm actually rich thing that people do is so gross. I hate that. I've never been a fan of it. I'm like, everyone can see, like, you didn't just get a bunch of new stuff in the background and like, guys, I'm broke. Like, what? Well, how'd you buy that? Yeah.
Guys, I don't know which car I'm going to be driving around today. It's rough out here. Do I take the Porsche, the Tesla, or my new Chevy, whatever? I don't know. Well, I don't care about cars.
I think the problem is because we live in this weird mass media world where the things people see are only the most successful things because you're pumped that, right? If someone's popular, that's what you're fed by the algorithm. You're fed all the best stuff. So the vast, vast majority of people like you and I are not fed through the algorithm often, right? Like the vast majority of people creating content on a baseline, we're doing well and we're all right, but we're not millionaires kind of way is vast. I would love to be 100,000-aire, to be honest, but I'll
take it.
We're not. That's not who we are to the public. People see people that are making so much money, and I think that also messes with people because when you watch videos of people and their expectations of life, when they talk about like their future partner or what kind of job they want, they're dropping like, I'd be a fool if I was like, if I'm not making $600K a year, what kind of loser am I? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's plus a lot of them, they have the keeping up with the Joneses vibe, right? Because they're around other people also making money with and so I've had that before where you compare yourself to everybody you know and you're just like, man, like I'm like so broke compared to them, but then you like put yourself in your perspective, like actually I'm doing pretty all right. Yeah. It's kind of that type of thing where they're like, I just made 2 million, but like my other friend, he made 20 million. I'm a loser.
Yes.
Like they get that.
It's very funny to me because people are always like, yeah, but Jesse, you have an office, you have an apartment, like I make YouTube videos. I stream. I'm on 4 podcasts. I do video games. Like, I work constantly. This isn't like Jesse is making bank. This is Jesse is working 16 hours a day to keep the lights on. Like, it is not like, I bust my ass. And I think that's something people, they don't see that. They see, like, I stream 4 hours a day. I'm a millionaire. You know what I mean? And I get it.
And then they take a vacation.
Yeah. Oh God. Every time, I'm not going to lie. Every time I see any streamer take a vacation, I think like, how can you do that? How is that possible? Yeah. I can't do it. I'm like, oh God. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. And that's just to do what I do. And I keep thinking like, all right, well, I could just stream, but I don't want to just stream. I want to do more, but in order to do more, I have to have money. In order to have money, I got to work more. I'm not like, there's nothing that I've done that's been like, I'm rich now. It's just never happened. It just like, I've never had that moment where I'm like, finally, I've done it. I can stop. Because you can see that a lot of times when people make it big, like I was saying earlier, they kind of stop making content.
Yeah.
They're saying like, I have more money than I'll ever need, and now I'm going to go live my life. Holy crap, I would love that. I might actually lose weight. It'd be great. I might go to the gym more. Like, there's times where I'm like, yeah, I could go for walks and like look at birds.
See, that's my thing is I could work harder, but I'd rather
you choose
go
not
for
to.
walks and go to the gym.
You're the balancing factor.
Yeah.
You are the yin to my yang. You keep me in check. Every time I'm like,
Exactly.
I could do more. I'm like, no, Crendor's satisfied. I need to be more satisfied. That's what I need.
Yeah. It's just, you got to keep yourself sane because that's a currency in itself, is your sanity, right? And your health and trying to take care of that. Because I mean, like even with YouTube, I do my pointless top 10s. All right. I made pointless top 10 grass and huts recently. I knew for a fact those videos were not going to do as well as something like things you never noticed in World of Warcraft or, you know, like weirdest NPCs, right? Like I can gauge what's going to do well and what's not. But you know what? That's not going to stop me from making my huts video. Because that's just like, that's my personal, like, I want to find cool huts. And you know what? I made it and it's great. And it's, you know, like sometimes the videos will get like 10, 20,000 views compared to the others get like 50, 60,000 up. But I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's my side dish for Thanksgiving. You know, you need your side dishes to go along with your turkeys. Some people, they just pump turkeys nonstop. I don't think that's healthy.
Somewhere in there was a real nugget of wisdom. But you kept saying some people just keep pumping turkeys. And I was like, well, that's all I hear now.
I'm telling you, some people just keep pumping turkeys.
They keep pumping
Pump too many turkeys, you're going to become a turkey.
You suddenly became like a really cool dude in the 1970s. People out there, they keep pumping these turkeys. But sometimes you don't want to pump a turkey. You got to have a side dish. Then you got in your Cadillac and drove away.
Started doing beat poetry snapping. But it's true. It's the one I will say. The nice part about YouTube, one reason I prefer YouTube over Twitch, just not like by a lot, but it's nice when with YouTube is you get videos that have more evergreen stuff. So like for example, I go into my YouTube analytics right now. You know what? Pointless top 10 worst jobs in World of Warcraft. I made that video a year and a half ago, but you know what? It got 1,000 views this month. It made me $6. All right. That's $6 from a video I made a year and a half ago. Like those are the types of things where you're like, yo, this is pretty sick.
Really? That's the secret. Just keep producing content and it will, those numbers, if you have like 5,000 videos, $6 every video is going to add up. You just keep making stuff. That's the secret.
You get listen, that's, people have this on a much larger scale is what I'm trying to say. All right. There's people, they make videos like, you know, any type of series. They might make like, think of just crazy series you've watched. And then you're like, I got to watch another one. I got to watch another one like that. Those people, they, instead of their 1,000 views, $6 video, they probably got like 100,000 views from a year-old video, making them like like $500 or something.
Yo,
from something they made a year ago. Like that shit's insane.
I can think a lot of ASMR videos are weird as hell, but my God, the return on investment for a 35-minute video where people watch it over and over again permanently forever because it's some evergreen beautiful content. They're like, I remember that one video that I love. Dear God, I imagine they make bank. I should have been an ASMR person. I should have been like, hello everybody, I like pancakes. You would have been like, perfect, this guy, billionaire.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do a lot of things, dude.
Yeah. No, we could have kept playing Fortnite.
We could have.
That would have been a great idea.
Could have been Minecrafter. Didn't.
Yep, Minecrafters. Dude, Roblox is like the new Roblox is insane.
And everyone loves a 40-year-old man playing Roblox. So that would be cool. I could do that.
That would definitely put you on a list.
Yeah.
You would definitely get put on some list for that one.
Hey kids, you want to play Roblox with me?
There's a 40-year-old man talking to me on Roblox. Call the FBI.
The FBI would be like, we're aware. There are a lot of 40-year-old men playing Roblox. We know. Click. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. That was me truly being old, is looking at the Roblox stuff, and I have no idea what's happening there.
Yeah.
But they get like 1 billion views every episode of whatever they do with Roblox.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, all right. Let's really quickly go through the news this week. First off, right now, Civilization 6, the last good Civilization, even though people will fight me on that and they'll still say 5 was better. Civ 6 is free on the Epic Game Store, so go pick it up instead of playing Civ 7, which is hot garbage.
I think it's all right.
It's garbage. This morning, if you didn't see the beginning of the stream way back several hours ago when I was just by myself, we got a new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Carl Urban is Johnny Cage, and it looks really fun. Very excited. Kind of want to see more of that. I am a big Carl Urban fan, and I love old Johnny Cage. For some reason, old Johnny Cage does it for me. I love the idea of him just being like, you want me to fight? Oh, God damn it. I love that. Big fan. Then we have Netflix greenlighting an Assassin's Creed series. Now, you may say, awesome, an Assassin's Creed series. I can't wait to see assassins assassinating. Nope, according to Netflix, it's all about power, violence, sex, and greed. You know, Assassin's Creed. So that should be fun. I'm sure they'll nail that.
How many times do you think these companies and people make these shows where they know absolutely nothing about what they're creating the show for or content?
I think they go out of their way to. So having worked in Hollywood a bunch, what I know for a fact is a lot of writers, producers, showrunners, etc., they like the idea of X is a springboard to Y. And so, and when we worked at Maker Studio, every one of the guys who worked at Maker, their whole thing was, I can use Maker to be something better.
Right.
Every single one of those dudes. And so when it comes to like the writing space, you want to be known as the person who wrote the Assassin's Creed show, not the person who took an Assassin's Creed game and then made it into a show.
Yeah.
Because one of those is better on a resume than the other. So you want to add your own shit. You want to put stuff into it. You want to make it your own thing. And that kind of sucks because that's not what the audience wants.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with YouTubers, streamers. There's some that do it just to propel themselves to like TV or like some bigger platform.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Cowboy Bebop is a great example where they changed everything about the show, yet kept the music and the look and the style, but then just changed all the characters. And you're like, why? Well, because then if it was successful, you could say, I was the one who made those changes. And so the success is because of me, which sucks. Hate that. Never been a fan. Not good.
It's like Game of Thrones, too.
Yes.
They're like, wow, we're actually writing exactly like the books. It's doing great. And then like, what if this is how it ended? And you're just like, wow, this blows ass. And then they're just like, see you later.
Yes. Then I'm sure all of you noticed But Steam, over there, you have to disclose if you're using generative AI. And this year alone, AI has increased 800% so far on Steam.
Yep.
Would suggest that
I wouldn't even say on Steam. I'd say literally everywhere.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah. So this is going to let you all in on a weird Jesse Cox secret.
Mm-hmm.
Because I make games and I like to go see where people are getting our games because we can kind of tell, right? There's a lot of websites where you can download games illegally. And I will sometimes go and snoop and see what the games are that people are downloading. And dear God, the amount of them that are AI now are like shocking. It's crazy. And so I'm glad Steam doesn't force feed me those, but the amount that exists that are AI that I'm now seeing, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess if anyone can make a game, anyone's going to make a game, but I don't know that they're good.
Same shit with like writing. Like now that I've gotten more into writing and looking at books, like a bunch of books are just AI written, or people just like, they're like, I got an idea for a book, so I'm going to let AI write my idea. I think that's what a lot of people do because they don't want to do the hard part of actually writing the book and doing everything. They're like, my idea. And that's like all they do. And it just turns out to be some shitty ass AI thing that's clearly AI written. Or all those shitty YouTube channels that are AI where you like click it and you're like, okay, this is interesting. And then you just hear that AI twinge in the voice of like, it is a thing. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Like they need to have it so that everything's marked AI. So you can be like, oh yeah, that's garbage.
AI ruined Reddit smut too. First off, I love that comment. Second off, I believe it. The amount of side ads I see now on Reddit that are like, get your hot AI girlfriend. I'm like, first off, I don't want to look at an image that's like, hello, Smithers, you are quite good at turning me on. Like, I don't want that. I feel like we're a few years off from that being sexy. It seems really weird to me. I hate that. I'm like, I don't like this at all. Then we also got the new Electronic Arts Not FIFA FC 26 released. I'm just going to read through this because it's the most community-driven installment to date, which is okay. But they say the key features are refined gameplay fundamentals, delivers a variety of game changes, including improved dribbling, responsiveness, and fluidity, retuned run curves for more explosive player movement, all new reinforced learning-driven goalkeeper positioning, and closed body volumetric animations. Again, I don't play these games, so I don't know how much that matters to anyone.
I'm going to tell you right now, all right, as somebody who plays sports games and has played Madden, the amount of years they say this shit, they're like, we've added the new Frostbite Ultra engine so that tackling can be more precise. It's the same shit. The AI still spins around. The AI, if anything, they should work on their sports game AI, not like all this shitty ass AI. Because you'll be like, here's the pass, and the AI goes like, it's like, wow, there's the Frostbite engine in action. Garbage.
Yep. I'm glad you're here because I know you play those and I have no context for any of what that means.
It's no horse girls, that's for sure.
Gamescom claims record high interest from game companies in attending the event. I get it. It's the last big, great, massive gaming convention. It's huge. If you've ever been to Gamescom, it's too big. It stresses me out. It's like 400,000 people all crammed together. It's zombie horde level nonsense. However, Clone's beautiful, so like, I get it. Then, hey, brand new Cyberpunk DLC released, and they've added a photo mode, and this is entirely selfish. You can go into the game and take a photo with my character. Please do. I'm not telling you what photo to make, just saying you can make any kind of photo you want. Enjoy that, have fun. And then we have another thing that I need all of you to understand. Ubisoft is the worst. And I mean that from my soul because, as you know, they have combined with Tencent, and Tencent's going to be producing or giving the money, fronting the money for a lot of their upcoming games. Well, that new Tencent-backed subsidiary, our boy Yves, the CEO, has named his son co-CEO of the new Tencent-backed company.
All right. Sounds like a classic big gaming corporation to me. Nothing to see here.
And there's some great quotes like, what matters now isn't my name, it's the work ahead, which is just classic Nepo baby stuff. And he's going to be joined by 35-year-old co-CEO and veteran of the company, the former head of successful Montreal studio. How successful was it? It does it exist anymore? Just asking the question. So yeah, just like yikes. Anyway, so that's fun. And I figured we should end with some fun stuff and say that if you haven't seen it, Superman's out, and then next week, if you need more superheroes, Fantastic Four is out. I think the 24th, something like that. So enjoy your superhero movies, get crazy with it. But that's it. That's it for us. Thanks so much for hanging out, for being a part of this. Woo-hoo. And Crendor, as always, thank you. Anything you want to shout out before we do? You want to do your spiel before we move on?
I'll do the spiel. We got youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. If you love hearing us rant about things that don't matter, boy, are you going to love that show. I'll link it in the chat for the chatters if you enjoy links. All right. There we are. That's the most recent episode from the Shards of Fallen Angels about the hot dog 4th of July man. From the Shards of Fallen Angels. We are here to witness
the sword
greatness.
Of justice.
So
we can't spoil what that is. Just go listen to it.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
gotta
good.
go listen to it. And then, I'm on Twitch TV Crendor. I play games there. I've actually been playing more variety lately, so that's fun. And then youtube.com/Crendor if you want World of Warcraft top 10 lists. If you want to see the turkey and the sides, not just the turkeys over there.
I did forget, you said links, and yeah, they announced the cast of, at least Link and Zelda for the new Zelda movie. So that's a thing. I have no idea who these two actors are. I wish them all the best. I hope the movie's great.
Yeah, I did see that as well. And then patreon.com/Crendor if you want to read part of my first chapter of my book and be, dude, I told you, this is what I've been saying. I just want the book.
Did you just rewind?
Yeah, I just rewound.
Okay.
I just want people to read it. I don't want to be a New York Times bestseller. I don't want it doesn't have to be anything great. I just want someone to read it and say, hey, you know what? For Crendor, that's pretty good. That's my goal.
So expectations are low is what you're saying. Set them low.
Yes. The expectations are very low.
Gotcha.
But I think I can do it.
Okay.
Those are my links.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much. I will, I do have something to plug. On Monday, and I think either today or tomorrow, if you're over on patreon.com/JulesDrawz, you can get the episode early. But we're doing another episode, Tell Me About, this time with good boy Neil Newbin about motion capture in video games. So if you want to learn about that and the process and how he takes acting and does all that, tune in. It'll be good times. Anyway, that's
also,
it.
There's Dodger Coffee. Apparently, it's been 1 year since my Midnight Sloth release. So I think they might be doing a discount on it. So go check that out. Midnight Sloth, Dodger Coffee.
I think they might be doing a discount. Is the most Crendor sales pitch I've ever heard. Well, I don't know. And I'm not going to guess, but I will say it's happening.
The other reason I think they are is because I got an email.
Right.
I sent this from miles away.
One of my soldiers sent you an email. Yeah.
It said Midnight Sloth is officially 1 year old. To celebrate, we're giving you a special discount, 10% off your next order. I don't know if this is supposed to be like for everybody.
I think it's for everybody. I think you're on a list, dude. I don't think that was sent directly to you.
It might just be on a list. Yeah, but it says use code 1 year, number 1 year at checkout. And look at that, you get the Midnight Sloth Roast. There you go. That's our Dodger promotion of the day.
Yes. Okay. Now we can escape. Thanks again. And we'll see y'all next time. Dodge will be back and we'll jump back in. Au revoir, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for the Geekenders podcast. MegaRan, Jesse and Dodger, what up? Let's go. Yo, it's the week.
Hello, everybody. It's time for Cox and Crendor.
This is Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning.